Hey beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Bree, and we are definitely doing things different this time around. We are going to be doing a voiceover Bree for the now new acrylic full set Fridays I will be doing, because I told you guys I am wanting to do acrylics, so I'm just gonna get into it. So hey y'all, voiceover Bree here. Anyways, this is so cool. I hope you guys got what y'all need so y'all can get comfy for this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Already see me pushing back the cuticles because that's the first and number one step to do. Here I am going in with a circular drill bit. It comes in every basic drill kit that you can get. And this drill bit helps me clean up the cuticle area more better after I push the cuticles back. I personally do this. People don't do it, but I do it because I like how it makes the nail look more cleaner, more sharp along the cuticle line. And as you see all the dead skin, it helps get rid of that as well. So I take that extra step and get this done. While I am here, I just wanted to throw a disclaimer out there. All y'all know I am a beginner nail tech. I am self-taught as I am not in cosmetology school yet. But y'all also know I will be going to cosmetology school soon. Anywho, I just wanted to throw that out there because I don't need y'all thinking I know exactly what I'm doing and what I'm not. I'm gonna mess up, as you guys will see later on in this video. But that's how you learn. You gotta practice in order to be perfect. So here I am. But anywho, so yeah, I'm going in with this drill bit, like I said, and just cleaning up the cuticles, getting them looking nice as they could get. So, you know, at the end, it all looks nice and clean. Here I am going in with my sanding band. This is the 180 sanding band, I believe. It came with the drill, and on the manual thing, like the things that are included list, that's what was listed. So I am assuming that's what it is, the 180 sanding band. I'm going in with this because I want to make sure that I'm getting all those oils and things off her nail bed. So when I do apply the acrylic as well as the nail tip, it is on correctly. It connects, it sticks, it does what it does, and I just go in and make sure all that's gone really quick. I don't spend too much time on it, and also the speed that I have this on is very, very low because all the other YouTube videos I watch, they do explain how putting the drill too high can really, really damage the natural nail bed. And I definitely don't want to do that. I want, you know, the nail beds to remain healthy when you take your acrylics off. So this is at the lowest speed possible when I am doing this part here, as well as the cuticle part. The speeds are both the same. And I will be showing you the nail drill I use. It's the Melanie Susie nail drill. You will see that later on in the video as well. But just thought I'd tell you now. Here I'm just brushing all the dust onto the dust collector below. And now we apply the tips, y'all. So the person I am doing is my best friend / sister-in-law. She trusts me with her fingertips. Thank you, boo. But I am going to apply the tips onto her fingers. I will be doing forms when I do acrylics as well. I'm just needing more practice with it because that's really, really freehanding acrylic rather than this is like painting acrylic on. I'm going in with this Kiss glue, by the way, to apply the tips. I've never had an issue with it. Let me stop lying. I had one issue one time when the glue was bad, but I had the glue for so long, like, it's not gonna hold no more, boo. It's gonna get that tacky thing. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. But this has not given me really any issues, and they come with most of the press-on boxes that I get, so I'ma reuse. Anyways, so I'm adding the tips on, like I said. to my best friend's hands and, you know, making sure it's good. As you see there, I think I added too much glue, so it lifted up a little, but I'm repressing it down and then it eventually sticks. I know I am all over the place with this voiceover because I'm trying to say so much in so little time. But earlier I was filing the sides of the nail tips because I wanted it to fit her nail rather than hang over. It will really help out in the long run, less filing for you to do later. So I was doing that. And I also got these nail tips from a package deal on Amazon. It was one of those, you know, you go on Amazon and you shop and then they have all these bundle deals of everything you looked at separately. They have it all together. Well, that's what I did, and I ended up buying this box of tips and then a clear set of tips in another box looking just like it. So that's where I got that from, Amazon. And yeah, see, I'm filing the sides just a little because I realized once you do too much, girl is skinnier than the damn nail bed. But you just gotta really, you know, eye it as much as you can. You're not gonna get it perfect all the time, but hello, you gotta do what you gotta do. So that's what I'm doing here. And I also wanted to say I will be doing the story times as well when I'm doing this, because as you see, I am letting it play out in real time. So your girl got time. But the stories will be coming during the acrylic application part because that is the longest and the biggest chunk of this video. So that's when I'll be telling y'all the mini ghost story. I hope y'all stay tuned. But yeah. For right now, we finna apply these tips, okay, and get her looking right. Another thing I wanted to say, when it comes to measuring the nail bed with the tips, I typically measure with the biggest tip first, and if it goes, you know, sidewall to sidewall, then I go ahead and use it and I file up the sides just a little bit. But I'd rather go bigger so it looks more natural than smaller and it looks forced, because you know a nail tip don't work when you try to put it on and then that thing pops right back up like that. The glue wasn't ready, but that's not no small nail. Anyways, so once it's too small, it will really pop up like it did not want to be there. I promise you. That was just the glue, girl, the glue. So that's just a little thing on what I do when I measure nail tips. And if it gets too big, I always file it some more, or I tend to just fix it or blend it, you know, with one another. But yeah. All right, so here I am using my nail clipper and just clipping it down to the size that she wants. Every single time I clip, I ask, hey, how do you like it? Is this perfect? Is this the size you were going for? Is this the size you were looking for? I always want my clients, aka best friend, to be happy with the set of nails that she has, because not only does it make me happy, but I want to make sure she's happy as well. So I always ask her how it looks, what's the size, if she can, you know, work with it, because she does work in a law office with me, and she is typing as well. So, you know, if you could type with long nails, like I said before, I give you guys all the credit. You guys are the MVPs. But with me, I need to type fast. And baby, them nails will be popped off if it's too long. So I just want to make sure she's comfortable with the size of the length that she has whenever she's working and doing other things as well. So I keep asking, and once she gives me the okay, I go ahead and do what I'm doing now, and I make sure all of them look about, you know, equivalent in size of length, you know, with one another, because I know with the nail beds being different, each finger's, you know, cut point is going to be different. So I always tend to just make sure all of them are lined up and looking the same. And then I also do the thumb right here the same way. And how I measure the thumb is I pretty much measure it with like the first two fingers. It's kind of hard to really explain, but I just try to align it up as much as possible. Like, it's really like an eyeballing thing. And then once I do have my final sizes, I just do the same thing to the other hand by measuring one another side by side. All right, beauties. So here I am just shaping up the nail to the shape she wants. She wants square. I love doing square. I will forever love doing square. It's my favorite. It's my go-to because I love how square looks on my fingers. So I love it. But I'm going to go in and shape the tips to a nice fine square because as you can see it's rounded with some sides, and so yeah, I just go in and I file that up. I am going in with the 240 fine grit nail file. When I do this, I pretty much use fine grit whenever I'm trying to shape up something, and then I use coarse whenever I'm trying to file away something, if that makes sense. I don't really know the technical thing that you need to do with the type of grits and the courses and all that stuff, the numbers and stuff. That's why I want to go to cosmetology school. But if you know and you want to just spare your girl some advice, please feel free to let me know in the comments below any type of tips, comments, advice, you know, you guys would like to provide me. If you guys are nail techs or you guys been in my shoes before, you know, starting from the beginning, please let me know some of your advice and some of your comments on certain things. You know, help a girl out, just like I'm trying to help y'all out. So yeah, as I said, I'm going in and I'm just shaping it up with this file. I did get this file from Walmart. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in, get these shaped up for you. And excuse me for being out of frame. I know in a couple clips already so far I'm out of frame. I'm really trying this. The first time I'm recording like this using only one camera. Y'all know I used to have 2 camera setups, but now I only have 1. So please work with your girl. I'm trying to stay in frame as much as possible. Y'all already know how I be looking when I be trying to double check the cameras and everything. So please excuse the out of frameness, but it will get better. Y'all will be able to see the whole thing from start to finish. Don't worry. But yeah, just thought I'd throw it out there as well. You already know if there's dust, it got to be gone. So I'm going back in with my brush to make sure that she's all dust free. And then I make sure that she is also in love with the shape that I made. And if so, we proceed. And we're back with the nail drill. I put my dust collector back under there because with drilling, I tend to have way more dust than I would with just using a regular file. So it's back. So I did go ahead and again with my 180 sanding band, excuse me y'all, I'm going in and I'm pretty much just blending the tip as much as possible with her nail. So when I do apply the acrylic, it applies more smoothly as well. Most things that you do, you're pretty much prepping yourself for the acrylic process just to make it more easier. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go in and pretty much blend that little middle part there, make it more smoother. All right, beauties, y'all made it to the acrylic application. So I'm just showing you the acrylic I use. It's the Mia Secret clear acrylic powder, and then I also use the Mia Secret liquid monomer that I have. I went with this brand because, of course, it's a very known brand, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, with it being like beginner friendly, and you know, it doesn't dry fast or set fast. You know, you really have time to work with it. So what I do with my type of process of application applying, I drench the brush that I have with monomer, and then I go ahead and dip it into the acrylic powder. I know they say not to drag. Some people say drag, some people say dab, some people say a lot of things, but I just figured go with what works best for you, because who's doing it? You, not them. But go about it the right way. So I went ahead and just dragged it in, And the brush I am using as well, not to be all over the place, but the brush I am using is a Pana brush. It is size 8. I wanted to go with the smaller size because I wanted to have more control over my beads. I am still working on my bead sides and things like that. And when I say bead, I mean the amount of acrylic that I put onto the brush. When you see that little ball at the end, that's called a bead. That is what I'm still working on getting. My liquid to powder ratio, I am also still working on. I know with a lot of experience, you know, having too dry of a brush, you really don't get no ball. Having too wet of a brush, I had acrylic fall back in the acrylic powder, which is never good. So again, trial and error, trial and error. Excuse the shakiness, y'all. I have my camera on my desk, on my nail desk, if that makes sense. And excuse those little hairs. Y'all, my hair was not pulled back. I'm so sorry. So if you see those hairs, say hairs be gone, and hopefully it'll get out the camera. Anyway, so this is how I do the acrylic application process. I really make sure that I form it the best way I can so the filing is less and not too much. And again, this only comes with practice. You have to practice. The more you practice is the more better you get. I have done a few acrylic sets, you know, a few times. So it helps me figure out, you know, the best method for me to do, and that is the 3-ball method. I go ahead and I put a bead in the middle of the nail, and then I put a bead at the ending tip of the nail, free edge, and then I do my last bead by the cuticle. I still am working on trying to get the perfect beads, like I said, so the cuticle sometimes, you know, is my weak spot, but I'm trying. Here you will notice that the bead kind of gets a little dry, so I have to try to form it as fast as possible. So I'm trying to, you know, shape it and move it as best as I could, but eventually, you know, it just dries out on me. So what I do is I go in with another bead to try to smooth it more out and equal it where the rough edge is. I'm sure you can kind of see that little space in the middle there. Ba-bam. So I'm just gonna go in with some more acrylic and try to even it out. And if it gets too thick, just file the excess away. My best friend, she does like her nails thin, you know, with a little bit of thickness. So I try to make sure that I also please her by making sure my sizes and stuff is good. All right, y'all. So y'all made it to the acrylic application part. I told y'all my method and stuff. So now sit back, relax, and enjoy the mini ghost story. So today's story is called The Chair. These 2 little girls lived in a charming old farmhouse. We loved exploring its dusty corners and climbing the apple tree in the backyard. But our favorite thing was the ghost. We called her Mother because she seemed so kind and nurturing. Some mornings, Betsy and I would wake up, and on each of our nightstands, we'd find a cup that hadn't been there the night before. Mother had left them there, worried that we'd get thirsty during the night. She just wanted to take care of us. Among the home's original furnishings was an antique wooden chair, which we kept against the back wall of the living room. Whenever we were preoccupied watching TV or playing a game, Mother would inch that chair forward across the room towards us. Sometimes she'd manage to move it all the way to the center of the room. We always felt sad putting it back against the wall. Mother just wanted to be near us. Years later, long after we moved out, I found an old newspaper article about the farmhouse's original occupant, a widow. She murdered her 2 children by giving them each a cup of poisoned milk before bed. Then she hung herself. The article included a photo of the farmhouse living room with a woman's body hanging from a beam. Beneath her, knocked over, was the wooden chair placed exactly in the center of the room. I hope that story gave y'all goosebumps, because it definitely gave me goosebumps. So anywho, now that the story is said, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. But without further ado, let's hurry up and get these acrylics on so we can go ahead and get to the next step, y'all. Now that it took that long for the application process, I told y'all it was gonna be a minute. Let's go ahead and get to filing the shape back where it should have been. As you can tell, when you apply acrylic, if you're a beginner like me, it's not gonna be as straight as them other nail videos y'all be seeing where it's like straight the first time. Yeah, no, that's not how this is gonna be. So I'm gonna go back in with a nail file, but this time I'm using my coarse nail file. I believe it's the 100 coarse grit that I'm using, and if not, it's the 180 coarse grit. That's what I was just trying to figure out. So I'm going in with that, and I'm making sure that my sides are filed back sharp and fine into the square thing. I go under the nail, I go along the nail, and I go on the top of the nail, just to make sure that each and every angle of the nail shape is shown and visible and back how it should have been. So that's what I'm doing here, trying to get that down. Now this, you got to put your back into it. Listen, because when you are a beginner like me, for the 15,000th time of me saying it, you will have a lot of filing to do because, of course, the application process isn't perfect yet. So yeah, you will be seeing me put my back into this right here, girl. All right, so now that, you know, I'm done sweating, it is time for me to go back in with my drill. Here is, like I said earlier, me showing you the nail drill I'm using. Girl, excuse the tape. I accidentally put tape on it, and then when I took it off, the adhesive ended up coming not off with it. So yeah, that's what that is. But that's the drill I am using. As you see, it had little spaces on the back to where I can put my other drill bits that I'm not using at the time there for storage. I love it. I do have a little issue with the motor in it. It kind of gave out on me, but I took it apart, cleaned it out really good, and put it back together, and it has been working fine. I will be eventually getting me a new nail drill because I do want the Kiara Sky or the Valentino nail drill. Portable, not portable, I don't care, but I want one of those nail drills. So for now, I'm just using this one. And also, I know y'all see the thumbnail picture at the bottom of this video. Girl, that dust collector was trying to do me dirty. It showed my reflection and your girl was not put together, okay? Like I said earlier, y'all saw my hairs, right? So yeah, I was, all over the place. You really see my hair sticking out. You also see, other things. It's unnecessary. You guys came to see the video of the nails. So that's why that's there, just to not distract you from the distraction. But anywho, so yeah, this is just me going in with now a coarse drill bit. I'm going in and I'm trying to just take away all the excess acrylic that's on there, the extra buildup, the bulky, as you can see right there, like the bulky sides. I'm going in and I'm just making sure that I'm filing all that away, all that down, because it's not needed. And I rub it with my finger like that just to make sure that those lumps and stuff are filed down and the lumps are where they need to go, like where the apex is. I know that needs to be strong and whatnot. So I pretty much just use my finger to kind of gauge how much needs to be filed off and not, and also my vision, of course. And then I also use my finger to make sure the nail bed's not too hot. I'm not burning them. With this, I do put it to medium speed, medium high speed. I forgot the numbers on the drill, but yeah, I believe it's like 10,000 drills thingy thing. Anywho, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm gonna have to get that jargon down packed, okay? Because right now I'm just talking about some slow, fast, or not. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that with this, and then yeah, we gonna move on to the next step. All right, y'all, so here I'm going in with the fine drill bit and I'm making sure the cuticle, the sides, as well as the nail are all shaped and smoothed out. The sides I make sure I focus on because with the fine grip, with the fine bit, excuse me, y'all, listen, this voiceover thing is new to me and trying to say everything correctly the first time, it's not happening. So accept my faults, cause excuse them. But anywho, I'm just making sure that it's as smooth as possible when I go in with this. I'm making sure that all the sides and the cuticle, especially like I said earlier, are smooth, just like the middle and the top part of it. I go in as well with my finger and make sure it's how it needs to be. I still need to work on the cuticle part. I get scared, with it being close to the cuticle. That's why I am using this long oval looking one rather than the typical square looking bit. I use this because the rounded end helps not really cut, your client or anything. So that's why I'm using them. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in and make sure that all of them are good to go. All right, so here I go back in again with my 180 sanding band and I buff everything out. This time the speeds are high again with the sanding band, and I tend to be very careful with sanding bands because it gets really, really hot really fast, quicker than my ceramic drill bits. So I tend to try to move fast and get this done fast because I don't want to burn none of my clients. So with this, I pretty much go in, buff everything out, you know, just like you buff it out to make it look nice. That's what I'm doing here, buffing it out to make it look officially smooth, all together, all like one, as you will see at the ending of this. But yeah, buffing things out, girl. Yes, I brought out the nail file again. I am going back in one last time to just make sure that they are shaped the way she likes them and defined and on point. I really, really, really hate doing nails and then they don't even turn out the shape that you originally wanted, and it happens to myself as well. So I make sure that I file and file what needs to get filed, okay? It's gonna get filed. It's gonna get what? Oh, filed, okay. Anywho, so I'm just going to go back in and retouch up the shape, make sure it's all good, make sure the free edge is good as well, and boop, bop, boop, that out the way real quick. All right, y'all, it is time to officially remove every last dust particle off these nails because it is polish time, okay? I'm going in with alcohol because I am using my gel colors. So I'm wiping down each and every nail, making sure that they are all dust free. All right, beauties, please be real and let me know what y'all think about this acrylic application. Here are how the nails look after the acrylic. And now it is time for gel. Here is the lovely, lovely gel lamp I use. I got this off of Amazon as well. Listen, Amazon, do you see my little page? A little girl out. Anywho, so yes, I did go ahead and get that from Amazon. And if you guys see the difference of the lighting, obviously it did get dark later on that day, so my lighting was gone. But I did go ahead and improvise. Y'all will see very soon. So what I'm doing is I'm going in with the base coat. I'm not sure why it's blurry, but I'm going in with a base coat and I'm putting the first layer on and then I'm curing it for 30 seconds. Girl, this hair... I'm so sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. I promise you I will do better next time. I am so sorry. I don't even know what to say, y'all. Jesus, I could take the wheel. So here am I just putting the base coat on, and here are these damn hairs. Oh my gosh. All right, beauty, so y'all will be upset with me, but the nails are finished. Ooh, way too far, boo-boo. So here are how the nails look. These are her Halloween nails. I did mummies, and then I did a gloss spiderweb on top of a matte backsplash, if that's what you want to call it, with her Frankenstein French tip. These were all freehand, so they're not perfect, but they're, hey, touched by Brie, so, you know, they're the bomb. And then on her thumbs, I did do polka dots with some glow-in-the-dark polka dots, so you won't see it, but it's there. So yeah, these are her Halloween nails. I hope you guys enjoyed today's full set. Every full set will pretty much be press-ons or acrylic, so stay tuned. Never know which one you're gonna get. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, like the video and let me know again in the comments below what you guys think. If you guys have advice, don't forget to subscribe. Hello, there will be more. So please subscribe. And until next time, beauty, shout out my MVPs. real quick. But until next time, beauties, I will see you guys on Monday.